I'm John Loveridge, and today we're reading About to be Homeless with No Car or Even a License from r/personalfinance. So, I'm going to turn 18 in about a month. I've just been informed that even though they, my legal guardians, grandmother and father, have refused to let me get even a learner's permit, and even though I am still in high school and getting fairly good grades, I will be expected to move out within 2 weeks of my 18th birthday. This came as a surprise because my brother is 19 and still lives with them. But at this point, I don't care about that. I don't know what to do. If I had a car, I think it would be easier, since I could get to work and to school and have a safe-ish place to sleep. But I'll be getting my learners on my birthday if all goes well. There's no way I can drive. I have no family in this area, and while I could talk to my friends and their families about staying there for a while, that's only a temporary solution. I do plan on talking to my school and to my guardians to see if I could get an extension until I have my license, but I've never lived on my own, and I don't even know how I'm going to be able to go to college. Any advice is greatly appreciated. Do you have a job? If you do, how much do you make? If you're okay sharing your state, that may be helpful too. This may be more of an r/legal advice question, but I'm pretty sure they can't evict you until you've graduated high school, at least not without providing support. So they would need to pay for you to stay somewhere, groceries and whatnot. If they want to do that, fine, but if not, they can't kick you out. Though you may not want to stay if you're unwelcome. It's hard. There's no drug abuse or anything like that on your end, right? Just want to make sure everyone has all the facts to give relevant advice. Talking to your school is definitely the first step. Get your learner's permit. I don't think you need their permission to do so, but that may vary based on where you are. I do not have a job. In my area, most places will not hire you if you don't have at least a learner's. Due to this being very rural West Virginia, everything is super spread out. However, I will be getting Social Security as long as I stay in high school. I'll be setting up a banking account, so I might be able to use some of that to buy an older beaten up car. I don't know if they can legally, but while they were telling me, they also informed me that they wished I had died and that I should make it like I had and not contact them again. I think it's safer at this point to just leave. I don't do drugs, I don't drink, although that conversation may drive me to it, and I get a 3.5 plus GPA. I'm also in all AP courses. I do sadly still need their permission, which sucks, but it is what it is. They've offered so kindly to help with the banking and learners, though. Get a Planet Fitness Black Card. Work out, shave, shower, wash up, and get free pizza once a week for only $20 a month. Wait, free pizza? And bagels every second Tuesday, I believe. They gotta keep you fat, so you have to keep coming back. r/personalfinance/wiki/kicked_out. Link below. Don't underestimate the cost of maintaining a car, especially a low-cost used car with high miles. You may have to come up with $500 at any time to fix something that breaks on it. Car may not be the right answer to your issues. Everyone always told me that, but I drove a $1,200 salvage junker for years and never had to do more intense repairs to them than I have to my 2012 Civic. Usually things like alternator, timing belt, wheel bearings. Maybe I just got lucky. Not really surprising with Toyota or Honda. I'd suggest OP go with either of these vehicles. They have a well-earned reputation for being reliable, even old and wore out. Still, always a good idea to keep in mind you may have to come with some money out of the blue to keep it running. I'm from Alabama. It was a $5 permit test fee and a $36.25 license fee. We needed to hold the learner's permit for 6 months before we can apply for a driver's license. Once you turn 18, ask anyone to drop you off at the DMV and get it. Unfortunately, your legal guardian will have to sign if you are a minor. And when you're 18, open a bank account in your name only. You can do this online at some places. But for the next section, you might need direct deposit. Can you get a job? Maybe one of your friends works somewhere that you can work too so that you can get a ride? I worked at Publix through college and would carpool with other students or give them rides if they needed. I was blessed to have my own car. I also worked on campus early morning when I didn't have classes until 10 a.m. Some on-campus positions will cover housing or your tuition. I also did martial arts while in high school and began assisting classes. Eventually, I was able to teach classes on my own and was paid $6 for assisting a class and $12 if I worked it on my own. I also taught preschool gymnastics for $10 per class since they were in the same building. Manager performed a background check and reimbursed me for my CPR and basic first aid certification. What do you want to study in college? Quite a few people have had bad experiences with federal loans, but I'm personally content with mine, about $35,000 left to pay off, and I have a degree in computer science. I pay $332 a month, rounded up to $350 so I can put a little extra down. After the 6-month grace period, they have options for income-based repayment, which you'll have to supplement a tax return if you have one and pay stubs for. Also, worst case scenario, because this happened to my fiance, they have a student loan rehabilitation program. If your loans go into default, you schedule to make an affordable payment with them for I think it was 9 months. He qualified for income-based repayment, so we were only paying $5 a month to pull him out of default. Right now, his loans are in good standing, and he still qualifies for the income-based repayment. I personally did not mind going into debt for college because I have a well-paying job thanks to my degree and don't have any issues meeting the monthly payment. Other things to consider if you want to go to college. I went to University of Alabama in Huntsville, and they have a merit-based program. I qualified for 67% tuition coverage, but you'll have to keep a 3.0 GPA to keep receiving the scholarship. I used to get the scholarship talk in high school saying thousands of dollars of scholarship monies are not claimed, but I applied to quite a few and never got anything out of them. This could possibly be because I applied to the wrong things, and it is possible that you'll get outside scholarship. I hope any of this helped. What are you planning to do after high school? In West Virginia, after I turn 18, I have to hold it for 30 days before getting my license, which is why I want to ask them for more time. They've agreed to help me set up a bank account and get my learners. I'm hoping that with my learners I'll be able to get a job, but I also sell art, which, while it won't pay the bills, it will hopefully give me a solid base. I'm headed to college, a community college, where I'll be getting my AS in computer science, and because it's community, the loans probably won't be too horrible. I know I qualify for about $6,000 from the Pell Grant, which will help quite a bit. The college I'm going to also has a work-study program, which I plan on taking full advantage of. I won't be headed there until August, sadly, and I don't have to live in the dorms, but it is an option. I'm headed there with 3 friends, possibly 4, and we've discussed getting an off-campus apartment and splitting the cost between us, which may be cheaper. I kept a 3.5 GPA in high school, so I think I'll be able to do 3 in college. Talk to your school. Tell them what's happening. There are systems in place that can help you going into adulthood. The important thing is to do so before you graduate or turn 18. You need to do this. Your first priority the next day you're at school. When you make it, remember this day for the rest of your life. Remember when they threw you out and never let it go. You don't owe them so if they ever come knocking when you're on your feet, turn them away. I knew a guy whose dad did this to him. He came home after graduation and without any warning found all his shit on the road. Later down the years, the guy became a bit successful and had his own place. Guess who came knocking out of the blue one day when their landlords died and the family sold their home? That's right, same dad who threw him out graduation day. He turned him away. Don't know if anyone has suggested this, but you could join the military. It's what I did many years ago at 18 to get ahead and away from somewhat similar circumstances. It was the best choice I could have ever made. You could go to school afterwards, exactly what I did. It worked out beautifully. I would speak to a recruiter to find out your options, and take the ASVAB test to see where your areas of strength are and what they can offer you. I went to school at WVU. Most of my friends there moved to Pittsburgh or DC when they graduated. My point is this: you must move out of West Virginia. West Virginia has been trying to come back for the last 50 years. It's not going to happen, and you can't wait for it to happen short term. Get a permit, try to save money. See if you can stay at a YMCA. They sometimes offer cheap rooms. As soon as possible, try to move to DC or that area. Get a roommate and some sort of job. I do IT and there are jobs everywhere. Try to get an entry-level IT job or work for a temp agency doing IT. You can watch videos to learn how to do IT, and if you do get a job, you can always YouTube or Google the IT-related problems. Good luck, but for a future, you must leave West Virginia. Side note, offer to pay some rent while living with your guardians. This will make you a tenant and give you some legal rights, so they can't just throw you out. Pay money. Don't do chores to stay there. There is a legal difference. There's a lot of good advice here. Go to school for IT, then move. I plan on moving out of state as soon as I graduate high school. The college I've been accepted to is in Maryland, which isn't much better, but it's still out of state. I will look for an IT job, but I don't know how I can maintain it without a car. I'll keep working on that too. Talk to the DFACS office in your area now. They may be able to speed up a Section 8 application or get you higher on the waiting list, since this is an emergency situation. You will likely qualify for food stamps as well. Talk to someone who is qualified to give legal counsel. You may have rights in your state that prevent them from kicking you out like that. They may also be required to provide financial support. Do not allow them to help with a bank account. People who want to kick you out after you hit the legal age are the kind that will see your money as their money since their name is on it. You can easily walk into a bank and set it up yourself. Go ahead and collect any personal items that are important to you and keep them on your person. Get a bag ready with clothing and some food. Get all of your important documents and put them in your bag. Birth certificates, medical paperwork, insurance information, etc. Apply for state Medicaid. They will likely drop you from their insurance if they're hell-bent on kicking you out. Talk to your high school counselors now. They have tons of resources. They're not going to let you be homeless. The person that mentioned a gym membership for $20 is right. You can also use truck stops. The military is a fantastic idea. They will snatch you up if you qualify. It sounds as though you may have a medical disability. Make sure you're not missing out on any payments or income that could be owed to you. There is way more to this story you aren't telling us. Why are they kicking you out? Why do they wish you weren't alive? Honestly, there really isn't. Not that I know of anyways. They said that if I'm going to college, then I'm not staying here after I'm 18, and that they don't think they should have to take care of me anymore once I hit the legal age. The only thing I can think of is they're tired of the doctor's visits, but my insurance covers the cost of those. I have a lot of visits due to a disability. When I asked them for an extension, they said that I could stay if I didn't go to college, which I haven't asked for their help with. Why are they being like this? Did you ask them? I did ask, and they said they don't have to justify their decisions to me, and if I don't leave when they tell me to, they'll call the police. Sounds like awful people. I'd recommend cutting off all contact once you leave. They don't deserve to be in any part of your life. Getting a bank account set up is important. If you have money, you can deposit into it. Do not let your guardians help you with that. They cannot be trusted to help you with anything. Talk to your school counselor and let them know what's going on. See if there's a close friend you can stay with until high school graduation. You said in another comment that you have a 3.5 GPA and have been taking AP classes. Serious congrats on this one, my friend. If you've been doing AP classes all 4 years and have maintained that GPA, you are one smart kid. You can apply for scholarships. If you passed all your AP tests, you'll have enough credits earned to start college as a sophomore. If you can stay with a friend that has a car, then you don't need to worry about that. A job might not also be a priority right now. Finish high school and go to college. 1. Get your documents. To get a driver's license, you often need proof of age, residence, and citizenship. You need to have your social security card, your birth certificate, mail that is addressed to you at your current address. Your student ID can also help. You say you get some kind of social security benefit, so make sure you have documents about that. Maybe get this stuff and keep it at school in the meantime. Talk to the guidance counselor. Talk to your doctor. Talk to any other adults you know. Church, teachers, coaches. Can these people ensure you have health insurance? Free breakfast or lunch at school? Waiver of fees for things? Free clothes or hygiene supplies? Talk to your friend and their families. This is your best option. Adults are going to be best able to help you. You probably need a fair amount of help for the next 6 months until you graduate high school. Friends' parents are likely to be the best adults available to you after people at school. My asks would be the following. Can you live with them? Maybe you need to rotate. 1 week at Jim's, 1 week at Bill's, 1 week at Joe's. Maybe someone can set you up for a whole month. While you stay there, be a model citizen, clean things, put things away, be polite, etc. My brother's friend basically lived with my family because of a bad family situation. My parents paid for his food, bought him shampoo, etc. I taught a younger friend to drive because her parents didn't know. Friends are a great resource. There are good people out there who will help you. They'll read your guardians for filth and do what they can to help you get through high school. Can they help you get your driver's license? This might mean driving you to the DMV, teaching you to drive, letting you take the test in their car, etc. Once you have the license and the money to buy the car, you could probably use help buying one, getting cheap insurance, and registering it. Can you get a job while getting your social security benefits? I've been your narrator, John Leverage, and if this video saved you $1, click like now. And if you'd like to see more in the future, you know where to find the subscribe button.